Hello friends, it is Thursday night, it's July 11th, and I'm just sitting here realizing that I haven't vlogged all week. It's been such a crazy busy week, in a good way, but just busy with life. I have a doctor appointment tomorrow to meet with my radiation oncologist to double check my skin, which, as you can see, my radiation burn is pretty much all healed. My armpit, let me pull this down, is pretty much, that's a shadow here, all healed, which is amazing. I also got my Verzenio this week, and I'm just I'm just dreading that. I'm excited about it, but also dreading it. Excited because it does help lower the risk of recurrence of breast cancer if it's taken with hormone therapy, which is what I'm doing. But I'm also just nervous that I might get like the diarrhea side effect, which I'm hoping I don't. And I do have Imodium on hand in case I do get the diarrhea side effect, because I gotta live life. Life goes on. I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, and it's summer. Like, I want to live my life a little bit. I've been living in the doctor's office for the last almost year. August, it's July, so August, I think 21st, will be a year since my diagnosis. And it's been nothing but doctor appointments since. So I've been enjoying the break. But yeah, tomorrow morning is I meet with the radiation oncologist, and then that's it. But I also start my Verzenio pill tomorrow, morning and night. I take it twice a day. I've been reading people's experiences on like Reddit and just like forums and stuff on Google, and most people who did not experience diarrhea or any major side effects, they said that they took it on an empty stomach. Now, and that just seemed to like alleviate any type of GI upset that they would have gotten, which is funny because I fast anyway. I fast from about 7 or 8 p.m. all the way till almost like noon the next day. I do this every day. I'm a firm believer in autophagy and the body like clearing out damaged cells and being able to repair or rebuild new ones out of the damaged ones. And you know, when you fast, it helps your body is not so focused on digesting food. It's more focused on healing, like self-healing. And I stay hydrated all the time, like literally all the time, you know, in every single one of my vlogs and videos. I'm a huge advocate for hydration. But yeah, so I'm hoping taking these on like, I guess like an 8 a.m. at 8 p.m. schedule, or I might do like 9 and 9. So whatever I ate for dinner is like cleared and out of there. I don't know. I'm going to feel it out, but you have to take it the same time twice a day, every day, for 2 years. So I'm going to start that tomorrow, and I just hope I don't get diarrhea. Oh, that's what my point. So when I was looking up other people's experiences with this, other women, of those who did not get side effects really at all, they took it on an empty stomach, which is what I'm going to do. But also those who had like a mild side effects, they figured out like what caused it. So for some people it's dairy, for some people it's a spicy meal, for some people it's too much fruits and vegetables or raw fruits and vegetables, which that would suck for me because I literally eat vegetables, not so much fruit, but I eat like berries and stuff, but I'm not like a big fruit person. But I do eat a lot of veggies. Like my salads that I make each day are huge, and that is like the bulk part of my meal when I break my fast. I do like protein, lots of greens. I do spinach, romaine lettuce, arugula, cherry tomatoes, like the cute little ones, cucumber, green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper. I love broccoli. I love cauliflower, steamed or raw, usually steamed. Eggplant. I've been eating eggplant lately. I'm on like an eggplant kick. I've been eating them like weekly. I don't know. I love vegetables. I love, especially in the summer, like I like to roast them or like saute them in a pan. I would be sad if I like had a side effect or had like a sensitive stomach because of them. Like, I don't want to exclude that from my diet. No thanks. But anyway, another thing I'm kind of worried about is the risk of my white blood count going down, because it already is low from chemo, which is so weird because I haven't had chemo since like the last week of January. But anyway, my oncologist said go ahead and start the Verzenio, but she wants me to get blood work done in 2 weeks. We'll talk about it, and then after 2 more weeks, more blood work, same deal, and then I meet with her for like to go over like how am I feeling, what are my blood levels looking like, and if I have to adjust my dose or not. So we shall see. And yeah, can't wait. I can wait, but I can't wait, but I can. Anytime I start something new, I just get really nervous. Just like this whole journey has been, like doing the Adriamycin cytoxin chemo. I was really nervous about that because you just don't know how your body's going to react. And then when I got through that, I was like, oh, phew, thank God. Now we get to try Taxol for 12 weeks. And that was the risk of having a side effect in the chair of not being able to breathe, having an allergic reaction, swelling of your lips, tongue, and mouth. But got through that. I'm like, all right, good. Now I have surgery. Let's see, is that going to hurt? How am I going to heal? Am I going to get an infection? Is my body going to reject the surgery? And whatever. Got through that. Then I had to get the expander surgery. So far, so good. Got through that. Then it was radiation. How am I going to feel? Am I going to burn? Will I get a blister? It's just like every time, this journey is crazy. Every time it's the next step in your journey, you just, same with the hormone therapy. I'm like, how am I going to feel? Well, so far, I feel pretty good. I don't have any mood swings or anything from it. Or, like, I don't know if people get depression or anxiety on it. I'm not sure, but I don't. The only thing I do get is hot flashes. Like, whoa, hot flashes. So, and a tiny bit of joint pain. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good on the hormone therapy. I think by now, this is it, because I've had now 5 Zoladex injections monthly, and I take the Arimidex daily. I also want to talk to my oncologist about my DEXA scan, because from what I could tell in the results, I do have osteoporosis. Not osteopenia, skipped right over that. Full on osteoporosis. So I asked her about that briefly when I saw her at the fashion show. Now, granted, I wasn't there for like a visit, like a health visit. We were just chit-chatting in line. And she did say that the chemotherapy can cause mild bone thinning. Also, I'm 40, so like, who knows if it was starting before any of this happened? Because I will tell you, sorry, I'm rambling right now, a couple months, maybe 6 months before I even found out that I had breast cancer, I needed a root canal done on this tooth at the top, one of my molars. Or a redo of a root canal. Sorry. I had to go to an endodontist. They did a CT of my mouth. And long story short, he was like, oh, you have like bone loss in that area. I'm like, what? Like, what? How do I fix that? Like, oh my God, it was like my root canal, like whatever was left of that tooth to like put the crown on, is that going to crumble and fall out and I'll have a hole in my face? He said, no. He's like, just might want to up your calcium and just get your some more vitamin D, whatever. So who knows? Maybe I've been starting to have osteopenia or osteoporosis, and the chemo just made it happen faster. Who knows? But that's what's so like sneaky and weird about osteoporosis. Like, I wouldn't even have thought about that at 40 years old, or even like 60 years old. Who knows? You don't think about it because it's silent. You don't feel it. You don't know you even have osteoporosis or osteopenia, like the thinning of your bones, until you break one. And then it's like, surprise, you are like basically a clear little tissue of bones in there. Like, why don't we scream over that? Anyway, I'm rambling. So that's the latest and greatest. I'm going to sign off for now, and I have my appointment in the morning, and I will take you with me. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It is Friday morning, getting ready to head to my radiation oncology appointment. And guess what? Because it's vlog day, it rained. And we're supposed to have a lot more rain and thunderstorms today because there's, I think, a hurricane or something coming up the coast. I don't know if it's a hurricane or just a tropical storm. I have no idea. But I also started my Verzenio this morning, and I'll put a picture here. I'm like looking at it like, geez, it's like caution, hazardous drug. Let me just put that right in twice a day for 2 years. Sign me up. I also brought with me Imodium just in case. So I always say, when I'm not prepared, that's when you know what hits the fan. And that's what I don't want to happen or to hit the fan. So I'm bringing it in hopes that it like jinxes it to not happen. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to get on the road and I'll see you in the next clip. So I'm in my room. I'm gonna get my gown on, but I'm gonna give you a quick room tour because that's what I do. A room tour. And wow, that lighting is just great. I'll be sitting here and then I'll check in from the car. So I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, I'm in my gown, but I just have to show you how obnoxiously oversized this gown is. Hold on, let me just put the pieces together for you, okay? So this is where it would close. Okay, here we go. Here's my body. Here's the gown. Why? Okay, I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so back in the car, clearly, and just wanted to let you know my appointment went very well. They're very happy with how my skin looks because you can still kind of see like that little outline right there of where radiation burn was, but it looks really good. It healed really, really well. Here's my armpit. If you want to see it, it's all nice and healed. I have no hair growing where it was radiated, but there's still like a couple hairs at the top, which I'm going to shave now. I'm still like, I was nervous to shave for a while because I'm numb. And I think I'll probably be numb forever, unfortunately, in my armpit. But I also had like peeling in there, and I just wanted to give it time to like chill before I run a razor over it because it was super sensitive and it went through a lot. But anyway, the next time you see my armpit, if you see it, it will be shaved. And yeah, everything healed really well. I'm feeling really well. She said the swelling, she's like, it does feel a little bit swollen still, which is normal. But I did tell her, I'm like, it was actually harder when I had just completed radiation. And now, in my opinion, from feeling it and seeing it every day, it feels squishy because this side was always more firm than my left anyway, because of all the trauma that happened on my right side. Because in surgery, when my breast tissue was removed, they had to actually cut out like a triangle section of my skin, like the outside of my breast. because the cancer cells were still so close to the surface where the tissue underneath meets the skin, that they couldn't leave any of that tissue behind with the risk of cancer coming back in that area or turning into skin cancer. So also they couldn't leave any of that. If they took all that tissue out, the skin would die, because you need tissue to send blood to the skin, or else you'll get necrosis of the skin. It's a whole process. So to be on the safe side, they actually cut a piece of my skin here and closed it up. So this breast is smaller than my left because of that part of my surgery. So it's always, that's trauma number one. Trauma number two is all the lymph nodes that were taken out over here created a lot of scar tissue, so it's like harder over here. And yeah, it's just, it is what it is. That's fine. It's not going to be able to expand as far as this one will, because this one just had breast tissue taken out and that was it. But yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm happy to be alive, and boobs are boobs, in my opinion. It's like, I'm gonna re-expand them, most likely to either a full B or a low C. I'm not gonna go as big as I was before finding out that I had breast cancer. It's just my preference. I'm kind of enjoying being smaller chested. Things fit me better. My seatbelt fits better. My handbag is a crossbody, that fits better. This is the little silly things that I never realized, but now I treasure and value, is I can hug my daughter closer with having a smaller chest. Like, I know it sounds silly, but when I had big boobs, I was hugging her out to here. But now I can like hug her closer and she can get closer to my heartbeat. I know it sounds so silly, but that's just what I've noticed, like little things like that. And even my dog, like when I have a little Yorkie, as you know, and when I hold him now, like if he's on my lap, I can actually like snuggle him super close. Whereas before I was like, hey buddy, and he's like 2 feet away because I had giant boobs. But anyway, I'm not dissing any giant boobs. If you like having a larger chest, that's great. I've had a large chest my entire life, and I think I'm gonna not do that anymore. And it's rough on my back too when I had large breasts. And I was told by a couple other women who went through reconstruction surgery, and I'm going to let you know as well in case you're considering or getting ready to do your reconstruction section of your journey, or if you're just starting your journey and you don't know what to think. What am I going to do? Should I reconstruct? Should I go flat? When you reconstruct, when you have your expanders in and you are expanding, say you want to be a full C, go to a D, or like about a D size, because when you take the expanders out and put the implants in, the implants are more natural looking and they sit more flush against your chest wall and your like whatever tissue might be remaining in there, and they will appear smaller. You also want to check your projection, because sometimes you'll be going big this way and big this way, but when you turn to the side, they're kind of flat. So just keep an eye on that, and just make sure you're discussing with your breast surgeon or your plastic surgeon that like what your goals are, like what you want your breasts to look like, because you want to be happy. Like should be like a one-time gig. Like you shouldn't have to keep going in and fixing your breasts, and you want to be happy, especially after all that you've been through. You want to be happy with as much as you can be with the final result. It's not going to be perfect, but it can be pretty close to perfect. And as long as you're happy, that's really all that matters. But yeah, so I plan to go, if I want to look like a full B or a low C, I'll probably expand up to a full C. So when they swap out the implants in, I think it's December or January, it'll be what I wanted it to be. Anyway, I'm rambling. Next week, I have an appointment to start expanding my expanders. And I think that's it for now. Verzenio has officially been in my body for about 2 hours. So far, so good. but I got my Imodium just in case I have any explodiums going on, and hopefully not. And I did pack coffee because I'm still gonna drink my coffee. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Does coffee give me diarrhea, or am I good? And guess what? It just started to rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is raining. I wanted to update you real quick on my mom, super quick. She is improving, but she's still not great. So we still need prayers, please, for her knee, or both of her knees, actually. She still has to walk around with a walker. There was one day, like this week, I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, she actually was able to walk from like the dining room to the kitchen, I think it was, or the sunroom, without a walker. And I was like, whoa. She's like, hey, I'm walking without my walker. And I'm like, great. But that was it, because then her knee was really sore later. So I'm like, it just sucks. It's like, it's so hard, because when you start to feel good, you're like, okay, I'm back. I'm me again. And you can just kind of go and do your thing. And then your body's like, no, you're not. Here you go. Here's a reminder. And you're like, oh, you overdid it. Like you felt good and you did too much. So, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. Rest is best. And she's taking it one day at a time. So we still need some prayers for her knees, and hopefully she can get the knee replacement surgery scheduled and in the works in the future. So yeah, until then, she's pretty limited and it sucks, but she's doing good overall. Other than that, she's doing as good as she can be for being limited. So I want to thank you for prayers for her as well. And she thanks you too. She's read a couple of the comments that you have left, and it made her feel really loved and really happy, and just made her feel good to know that other people genuinely care about her and me. So we love you guys, and we appreciate you, and thank you so much for your prayers and positive vibes and all your love that you send our way. And just so you know, I love you too, and I'm here for you, and I hope that this video and all of my videos help you or someone that you love, know, and care about in some way, shape, or form. That's the whole purpose of my channel, is to give back and help you experience your breast cancer journey through me, or compare it to yours. Or if you just found out today that you have breast cancer, this is what you're up against. This is how my body dealt with it. This is how I am dealing with it, and life afterwards. So just take things one day at a time and give yourself grace and listen to your body. That's the number one thing, is to listen to your body. If you're tired, rest. If you're just not having a good day, embrace that. Have a bad day. You're allowed to. And just try to find something positive in every day, even if it's just like a silly, stupid, positive thing. Because trust me when I say, the power of positivity is real. You can start with one little positive thing, and then that snowballs into 2 positive things, and then 3, and then 4, and then at the end of the day, you're like, you look back and you count your win bank, or your blessings jar, whatever you want to call it, things that you put in your jar. You're like, wow, I had 5 good things happen today. And if I had not reflected back on that, I wouldn't even have realized it. I would have just focused on what bad things happened today. So that's just what I try to do. If there's a day that's challenging, I try to remember, all right, well, what's the good things that happened today? Let's focus on that. Let's try to raise the vibration and be positive and not dwell in negativity, because trust me, negativity loves negativity, and it's super easy to go down a rabbit hole and just spiral down. Don't do that. When you're spiraling, go, oh, it's like Peter Pan. Think happy thoughts, think them, and then they start going back up. I'm such a goofball, but it works. Trust me. Try it. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you next week for my expansion appointment. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I better see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.